Actually includes several arteries. It includes this one, which is the posterior cerebral. The posterior cerebral goes to the posterior of the cerebrum. See, this is the cerebrum, so it goes to the posterior. And on this, it goes all the way from here to this top line here.
Oh,
So
there you go.
that top line is part of this, so it continues on. Then here, you see this line here. That's the posterior communicating artery. Then we have this one here, which is the anterior cerebral artery. It's called anterior cerebral because if you follow it, it goes to the anterior of the cerebrum. Now, there's supposed to be one, although it's not shown here, that connects these two. That's anterior communicating. But if they had that, then you couldn't open it or whatever, so there's one that connects these two. What's that called?
A communicating artery.
Anterior communicating. Okay. Then we have this main one here, which is called the basilar. So actually, that's it for the circle of Willis: posterior cerebral, posterior communicating, anterior cerebral, and anterior communicating. That makes the circle of Willis. But feeding into that, we have the basilar. There's also the middle cerebral, and then we have our this is the posterior inferior cerebellar artery, and we also have our anterior inferior cerebellar artery. So we have So we have the anterior because it's the front, and the posterior because it's the back, and these are both on the bottom side. So we call them inferior, and cerebellar because it's the cerebellum. So this is the anterior inferior cerebellar and the posterior inferior cerebellar.
How about the vertebral artery?
These are the vertebral. They feed into the basilar.